Welcome to CATtheMinion YouTube channel. My name is Teresa, but you can call me Cat. I'm doing a card of the day reading, and I'm doing my new Triptych Door reading again instead, so it's going to be 3 cards, and maybe more if I decide to look at the bottom of the decks. I did one yesterday, and it was a new idea that I had. So it's a card of the day extended with 3 cards, possibly 5. I'm using the Dreams of Gaia Tarot for the middle card, the large portal, and I'm using this Pinochle deck. I looked it up how to pronounce it. Apparently that's the consensus, even though it sounds like getting kicked in the nuts. So, Pinochle. This is actually my Twin Flame deck, but it's the one that I felt like I needed right now. I was thinking about my music deck, because that's smaller like these, but wasn't feeling it. So, I'll hold them up when I'm done too. I'm going to get a center card, and then I'll get 2 smaller cards. One. Okay, that one flipped right over, so I'll set that down. I'll hold them up in a second. I guess I should... There we go. Keep getting more shit piled on my desk. I get 2 cards for the side. Now, with this style of reading that I just initiated, or was downloaded upon me, the center card represents a union of 2 dualities, and the side cards are meant to be the extremes. And that reading is $22. Oh, okay, there's the side. The other side. Again, I'll hold these up in a second. Just get the other card. Oh, there it is. Popped right out. Okay. I just have an earworm that's really annoying. Okay, so this is the Triptych Door formation. Let me try to do mirror hands here. Crooked. Okay. I can't hold them. Okay. That's about as good as I'm going to be able to hold them. So it's like a gateway. And we have... Oh, good. One's masculine, one's feminine. Okay. So flip them back around the way they were. Okay. Alright, so the center card... Try to hold this up without making a total mess of it. Just let me... Again, this mirror situation is really not what my brain likes to do. Okay. So, the King of Swords, inverted in terms of feminine energy. The Nine of Cups, upright, but the masculine energy is inverted. In the middle we have 19 Emotions. Now, the Dreams of Gaia Tarot is a little different because it has more major arcana than usual, and they're slightly different. Now, 19 would normally be the sun, and we do see this fire elemental, this page-like person. Even this card itself is a balance of dualities. So looking at the top portion of the card, I know my webcam is craptastic. It's sunny, it's bright, it's golden, there's a dragon over here that's lit up like Christmas. Now we are trying to use all the elements here. There's a heart charm for the cups, there's a pentacle for pentacles, there's a sword all the way across for the sword, and then there's a butterfly there, which would have to be wands that's left over. Or I mean, usually it's transformation, but there's also that dragon there, which would be the fire itself. But down here, it's like a superimposed image of this same person, the same page-like person, hiding in their dark emotions with a dragon that's not fired up at all. So it's the shadow and the light side combined in one card. It's the duality of the emotions. Even the number down here where it says emotion, it's written in Roman numerals, so it's XIX. It's one thing in the middle with the two X's on the outside, and that way it's a little bit of judgment, but it would normally be the sun card that comes right before that. You can see that there's this breathing in and out of trying to complete something, but still coming back into yourself. Okay. Now, what I'm really pleased to see is that the two side cards, one is masculine and one is feminine, both the masculine and the feminine energies are inverted. They're mirroring each other on this balance here. And even the king here is a perfectly mirrored card. The only way that you can tell whether it's up or down, whether it's, okay, there's one again, whether it's face or the back of the card is because I have written on it. My craptastic handwriting, DF, feminine energy. So, incidentally, the way that I wrote these cards, I wasn't really paying attention to which side of the card I was writing on, thinking, oh, well, they're mirror cards, it doesn't matter, but on some of these cards it does matter, the suited ones. So in this case, when the Nine of Cups is upright, the Divine Masculine is actually in an inversion, at least for this particular card. I don't know if the feminine version of this card is written on the right, on the upright or the downside. The Pinnacle deck, Pinnacle, whatever, it has 9 through Ace, 2 sets. So it's basically all court cards. Alright, so let me get back to the meaning. I'll get back to the Unified Emotions card in a second. King of Swords inverted is somebody who is not thinking rationally. Alright, so there's a feminine energy who is trying to operate in the masculine suit in a masculine energy because it's the king, right? The natural way for the feminine energy to work in the masculine sword suit is with the queen. It's like, I need to provide for myself, nobody else takes care of me, I am the breadwinner, I can't trust anybody. That's the energy that this feminine energy is in. The masculine energy Nine of Cups, that's emotional satisfaction, it's contentment. It's like, but because his energy, the masculine itself, is inverted, he's in a feminine suit and he's trying to be satisfied emotionally. And it's like, I have everything that I wanted, why am I not happy? In contrast with, I have to provide everything for myself and I can't trust anybody. So this is like, I am a rock, I am an island. And this is like, I can't get no satisfaction. So what happens is this meeting point of these two extremes is emotional workshop. How do you balance your energies? Now, this 9 over here is almost a mirror. And this king is a mirror. So it's like saying the masculine and the feminine energies are trying really hard to balance. And they're struggling because it's like you were doing a workshop and got sent to the wrong test room. And you were studying to pass the exam for German, but the entire test that you got when you sat in the room is in Japanese, and you have no idea what you're doing. It's like, Donnie, you're out of your element. But here, with this one heart upright, I'm getting put a little love in your heart. And what's really going on here is balancing these emotions here with this 19. Now, if you consider, the king can be a 1 or a 14. And there's a 9 over here. So we have 1 and 9, that's 19. And then we have the 19 in the middle. So it's a perfect set. Set, match, score. And with this butterfly in here, it's really about transformation. It's reflecting on where you're going and what you're doing and where you've been. Wasn't there some song that was like stop, collaborate, and listen or something like that? Is that Vanilla Ice? Is that what that is? I think it might be. It's very early 90s hip-hoppy essence in my brain, but I can't quite remember it. Allow your energies to free flow. Stop trying to block them and move them in directions that are contrary. You can't send a bowling ball down a pathway that's meant for a train. And you can't send a Bentley down the same path that you would put a boat. And that way you will learn to accept different emotions for different situations and allow you to process them so that you can maintain a balance of light and dark. Okay? And only then shall the sun shine upon you. Let me see what's on the bottom of these decks. Alright. So once the work is done here, this Divine Feminine, Page of Cups instead of King of Swords. She's still upside down, but she's getting closer to figuring out where she wants to be. Alright, let's see what this other card is. Eight of Wands. Now this is the masculine suit, and it's gone from a 9 but I see like odd numbers as more feminine, and it's gone to an 8, which is more of a masculine number. I feel like even numbers are more masculine. And this would be like a communication card, like quick movement or communication. But normally communication is swords. So the masculine is now moving from this feminine cup suit into his one of his natural zones of fire. Fire being slightly more feminine than the ultra-masculine sword energy. But as we see also on this final card, it looks like this person has merged with the dragon. So on top of balance, now we have someone who's embraced their emotional content and merged with their own fire to achieve expansion. I think that works pretty good. I like that. Alright, if you want to purchase a reading or donate, you can hit me at PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo. Those are all CATtheMinion. I have a list of readings that I offer in the description box of my infomercial video, which I may not have changed the description under the video to add this new reading yet. I changed the list, but I don't know if I changed the video yet. I gotta check that. So I print on DeviantArt, I have merch on Cafe Press, I have actual items in my catalog, again, what with a lot more of not interacting with people. I'm not sure how this works. If you want to buy anything here, like my chapbook packs, I've been working on those for a couple months, really hard, got them piling up. If you want to buy them, I will send them to you still. You can sanitize them at your leisure. I have other art items in here as well. I'll be adding more when some of the ones that are in here sell out. The link to this is in the description box of the infomercial video as well. And if you email me at thecatcamebackatcamp@gmail.com, I can also email you all that information, the list of readings, including the new Triptych Door one. I'm still offering 2 coloring images for people to work on while they're stuck at home with nothing to do. They are JPEGs. They're from my coloring books. There's one image from Draco Forms. That's FORMES, and then one from Energy Forms, and they'll just be random. So if you email me and you want the coloring pages, you'll get one of each. And if you want, I also have a free tarot deck that you can print out. Yes. That it? I think that's it. I always feel like I should have more to say. Alright. I think that's it. We're gonna go now.